Okay, I'm gonna just start off by saying it is 1:49 in the morning. Well, 1:50 now. As I'm recording this, this is 12/22/2025. I don't know why I woke up like this, but I woke up and I felt like I had to talk about this or just make the video about this. And I've never really made any types of videos like this. I've heard, Schlatt's, weekly slap, which definitely isn't weekly. And I've heard Moist Critical just kind of talk about random things that he kind of feels, just talking about. And I kind of feel like that, it's kind of something just to, if you get a lot on your mind, it's kind of great to have something like that. So I guess that's kind of what this is going to be. So, yeah, here's my first kind of take at this. So, first of all, as the title says, yes, I am tired of running. But what does this mean? What does it mean when I say I'm tired of running? Well, to be completely honest with you, I'm tired of running after things all the time. Like, especially like with YouTube. I've been doing YouTube for almost 8 years now. And people are probably looking at this channel right now and be like, what do you mean you've been doing YouTube for 8 years? You've only been, uploading for like 3 months. I have a whole second channel called Great Dane Games, if you guys aren't aware of it. I'm only promoting this one in the Discord. So if you guys find this channel by completely random, thank you. But yeah, I'm tired of running as I punch my microphone here. I've been doing YouTube for 8 years now. And I've been, it started off as just, a passion project, just uploading it, doing whatever. And it seems almost as if the more I did it, the more involved and more obsessed I came with it. I'd see people like, Jacksepticeye, DanTDM, PewDiePie, Schlatt even. And I'm just like, look at these guys, they have fun, they're doing their videos. I want to do that as well. And it seems like the more I got into it, the more obsessed I came with it, the more I started to look at numbers. And the more I was like, this did good, that did bad, that statistic could be better. And I'm tired of running after those statistics. I've been doing it for a long time now. I try not to. But those numbers, they're just there all the time, no matter how hard you try not to look at them. It's there, whether it's your sub count, whether your views are up or your views are down that day. How many likes that video got compared to your last video. Whether people actually stayed and watched past the 30-second mark. Was it a 1 out of 10? Was it a 10 out of 10? How much effort you put into this one compared to your last video, and if it did better than the one that you put so much effort in, that you put your life and soul into, and then this one's just kind of a slop video that you threw together, and it does 10 times what you put your effort in for the other one. Where's the balance in that? And I've kind of gotten to a point recently, because I've had to step away from YouTube for multiple personal things, family issues, matters, stuff like that. I even got a job. Yes, that's right. I work in the food industry now. Oh boy. Remember that the next time you're going through your drive-thru. I might be serving your food. But yeah, I've kind of stepped away from it for about a month now. And I've looked around my life, and it seems like I enjoy it so much more now that I'm not obsessed with this thing. Running after all those numbers, whether it's views, like I said, views, subs, whatever it is, I'm not chasing after it anymore. I'm just living my life, and it's kind of opened me up to a whole new eye, I guess, or a new realm. I don't know if that's the correct word for it, but I guess a new way of looking at things in life. And it's shocking, because this week, because before I'd be like, hey, I gotta edit. I can't do things. I'm trying to make videos. I'm trying to chase, this views. I'm trying to make sure that I keep growing. And this week, since I haven't been doing YouTube and I haven't had time to, I actually went out and I hung out with my friends, I went out with... I did a lot of bowling this week, actually. This week I went bowling Tuesday, and I went bowling Wednesday. And just last night, My two friends that are pilots, they took me in an airplane ride, which was amazing. And just doing that compared to, having to worry about views all the time, being able to actually go hang out with friends is something else as well. Like the stress levels from just like not doing YouTube for the last month has just been crazy. That and the other thing that kind of, you know, that kind of sits in the back of my mind is the privacy part of things. Now, don't get me wrong, my audience is great. We're great. We talk in the Discord all the time. They respect me. I respect them. It's cool. It's great. But there are always those few that are there, you know, and they're always kind of looking in. It's like, oh, what's he doing? When's he gonna upload next? And for me, for a long time, I was doing a Minecraft server called Hive. For some reason, I don't know. I had some fun on it, but now it's kind of infested with like hackers and people just being toxic. Yeah, that's a whole thing. But yeah, I used to stream that, and I was like, I enjoy this. I have a lot of fun with this. And then it started getting to a point where I started getting an audience for it. It was great. I really enjoyed it, and I'm really thankful for the audience I got from it. But every good side has its downside, and the downside was that I now felt like I was trapped in a box. It came to a point where it was, if I wasn't uploading Hive, my views would drop. If I didn't stream Hive, people would be like, where's the Hive streams at? Or Minecraft in general, even. If I uploaded anything besides Minecraft, people would freak out and be like, dude, this isn't Minecraft, where is it? And, I got kind of trapped in this box where it was just like, this is the only thing I can do. And it got to a point where I didn't like that either. And the excitement to just kind of do whatever and have that creative freedom kind of just like left. It's gone. Poof. Because it's just like you are forced to do Minecraft and you're gonna like it. It's like giving a child chocolate ice cream, but they like cookie dough. I guess that's probably not the best comparison I could probably use, because the kid's probably still gonna take chocolate ice cream anyway over the cookie dough, like if it's offered. But you get what I'm getting at. It's like wanting to do one thing, but you're forced to do another. Is what I'm getting at. And I kind of took a thing the other day to myself. I was just like, look, if I'm gonna do YouTube, I want to do it for me. Like, yes, I enjoy the audience. I'm grateful for them. But at the same exact time, it's just I don't want to be in this box anymore. And since I have stepped away from doing YouTube as a whole, I've kind of realized that the only box that I was put in was the one I kind of put in myself. I put myself in that box. And since stepping away, I haven't been nowhere near as stressed as I have been in so long. It's ridiculous. Like, my back pain, it's like it's gone. It's like it doesn't even exist anymore. I had so much stress in my back that that it's just now gone since stepping away from YouTube and not having to worry about numbers. And the thing is, like, I still want to do YouTube. I still enjoy the fact of uploading videos, recording things, getting to edit them, and just kind of doing whatever I want to do. But my main fault is that I got too lost in the statistics. But if you're doing YouTube and you want to grow, it's kind of hard not to. It's kind of hard not to get trapped in that box of, did this video do good? Is it going to be a 1 out of 10? If it's a 3 out of 10, why is it a 3 out of 10 instead of a 1 out of 10? Or if it's a 5 out of 10, am I okay with that? And you kind of put yourself in this box of trying to chase after what got you views before, what brought in subscribers, what brought in, views, likes, comments, whatever it was. And it really eats at you at times. And it's crazy to think about, because like most of you guys that don't do YouTube, you're just like, oh cool, they put out another video. It's great. I like this video. Some of you guys are like, that's not my cup of hot chocolate. People just like, they take a sip and then they leave. It's whatever. But the stress that goes into trying to make the videos sometimes is just absolutely ridiculous. Like, there's times I'll put, 6 to 12 hours into a video for it to do 20 views. And then, I'm beating myself up over it because it's like, oh, I didn't do that good. And, in this last month, I've kind of looked around and I've seen how my friends live, how other people that I haven't really talked to in a while, how they live. They don't feel as stressed as I do. And they're doing good for themselves. Like I knew doing YouTube as like a job was a far shot. I did the math. I need like 500,000 views to 1 million views or something like that a month. And I'm barely scratching 50. So we got a long way to go. But, I kind of looked around and, they're talking to me and, they're like, oh, I'm getting married coming up. I just got my house rent, like I'm renting my house. And then on weekends, I still have time to do fun things. And they're not so stressed about everything. Where here I am beating myself up over a video because it only got 20 views. So what I'm getting at here is, I'm not saying don't do YouTube, but YouTube probably isn't what you think it's going to be. Most people think it's you sit down, you turn on OBS or whatever, screen recorder you have if you're doing gaming video, or you just turn on a camera, you just record it and you upload it. People just go, oh yeah, I can do that. That's easy. But there's a lot that goes into it. And I feel like, a lot of people are already open about it, but I kind of want to put my 2 cents into it as well. Where it's just like, look, it's a lot harder than you think it is. I think only 10% of channels actually get past 1,000 subs or something like that. I think I read that somewhere. Could be wrong. But yeah, it's crazy. But I think, if I'm going to continue doing YouTube any further on the main channel, I'm probably not going to be chasing the views as much, and it's just going to be passion projects on things that I want to do, not looking at the statistics. If I get a subscriber, cool, whatever. I'm not going to be like, oh, wahoo, I got another sub. It's not going to be like that. But, yeah, I just kind of wanted to put this video out here. Also, this is on the Dane channel. I don't think I've uploaded on this one in 3 months, so that's cool. So if you guys do want to subscribe to this one, I'm probably going to do a lot more videos like this, just because they're more chill, relaxed, and, whatever I want to talk about, I'm going to talk about on here. So, yeah. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. But, yeah. Thank you for staying to the end if you guys did. And I'll see you guys all later. Goodbye.